overrated.
I can tell by the smile.
Blaze calls me out here and he says that you sound like Don when he says he won't swap Martinelli for Mudryk. Literally deluded if you think Garnacho starts over Leao or Pulisic. Personally, again,
Pulisic is crap. Pulisic is crap, man.
Pulisic. Not Pulisic, definitely.
He was in the Premier League for how many years? Did nothing. Got shipped off to Milan. Has had a few decent games, but come on, man. Like if you gave me the option, Garnacho has got a much higher ceiling than Pulisic.
Yeah. Again, I'm not like Don. Don says I wouldn't swap. Praises every element of Mudryk versus Martinelli, but won't come out and say I think Mudryk is better. I'll Blaze say honestly. I don't care about technical ability. I think Garnacho is a better football player than the two of them, and I wouldn't do the swap. I just think overall, Garnacho in his career, and we all know this means unless there's an injury, he will deliver more as an individual and win more than Rafael Leao and Pulisic.
Leao, I'll disagree.
Leao is a league winner, so it's not a. It's not just going to be as simple.
Not only a league winner, the best player in the league that season as well.
Okay, cool. Fine. I think Garnacho will end up having a better career than him. And by the way, we can come back and visit this in 10, 15 years' time. Garnacho's already won an international trophy as well that he was part of. So yeah, I'm just trying it out.
Garnacho will win Player of the Year in the Premier League, and he will win the league, guys.
Hang on. Whoa! So I'm going to mute you. I'm muting you. I didn't say he was going to win Player of the Year. Where did I say he's going to win Player of the Year in the Premier League?
Because you're saying he's going to have a better career than
hang on. Everyone slow down one at a time. Let me respond to one at a time. So since when, to be better than somebody, do you have to have the same or better achievements in terms of trophies? And because when has that ever come up in conversation before?
That's not
He's muted.
You're on mute. No.
Individual achievements.
The football terrace uncensored. This is the same conversation people have between Mohamed Salah and Cristiano Ronaldo in the Premier League, because Cristiano Ronaldo in the Premier League won Player of the Year and won Ballon d'Or playing for Manchester United.
There is no debate. See yourself in his mouth, Chris. Stop it.
Hold on, bro. We're not talking about his career at Real Madrid. There are miles between Cristiano Ronaldo and probably every other player bar Messi in the history of the sport. I'm talking about the Man United career. I'm just giving an example of the people when they say, but Cristiano, even though he doesn't have the longest career at Manchester United, he left to Real Madrid, his achievements during that time surpasses a lot of players in the Premier League, even though he had a shorter career. People have the same for Gareth Bale. He said that 1 year when he won Player of the Year, that justifies a lot of him to be chosen in the elite of the elite of the game. So that is the same conversation about individually.
So let me just respond to that. So again, I'm just talking about overall careers. I think in 15 years' time, we're going to look back and I think we'll say Garnacho, saying he's a better player or not is too subjective, because we know in the footballing world, you can win almost nothing in comparison to somebody who's won it all, and people will still say the person who's won less is better. So again, I'll make sure I phrase it in the right way. Garnacho will have a better career than Rafael Leao. So otherwise, we'll never come to a consensus and an agreement because it's subjectivity.
But going by your own metrics as well, you then have to quantify that. So will he win more league titles? Will he have more goals? Will he have? Well, what will he actually do?
Okay. Well, I just think what that. So what that means is I think he will have more trophies that are of a high standing. Okay, so if Rafael Leao goes and plays for Celtic, he might win more league titles, right? But I would say 5, 6, 7 Scottish leagues doesn't equate to one Premier League as a main player, right? So I'm talking major trophies in the top leagues, international trophies, and individual delivery, so outputs. I think Garnacho will have a better career by the time they both retire. That's what I think. So, and we'll come back to it in 15 years' time. If I'm wrong, again, equally, I don't give a fuck. It's just an opinion. If I'm wrong, so what? Leao, I haven't bet the football terrace on it. It's not the end of the world. Leao is a bum. Some fans wanted Arsenal to spend 80+ million on. Terry, some fans just see flicks. And I will say this, his flicks and tricks, his dribbling ability is clearer Garnacho. I'm not going to make that distinction. But when I watched Rafael Leao play, and I don't know how many games I've watched him play in the last 2 to 3 years, Champions League, International, I just see a lot of fur coat and barely any knickers. They're just the lack of end product is unbelievable from such a talented player in terms of the technical ability that he's got. And tonight he did that. He beat everyone. He's running through. He gets a little tug on his arm. Oh, I'm gonna fall over. Cream puff, get out of here. United are scary under Ten Hag 10 more years. I know you're scared. Why are people pretending that if we beat a non-league side, the hatred is so unreal? Beating any side 7-0 in competitive football is no mean feat.
You guys are so sensitive. It has nothing to do with the fact, we beat a non-league side. Everyone expects you to beat Barnsley. Just get a grip, Sahaj. You guys always think that everyone hates you. Like, it's not.
You do.
Stop this.
KJ, let me say one sentence. I'm gonna mute my mic. One sentence.
Okay.
My thing is, when we say stuff like it's only Barnsley, this is normal. If I beat, I don't know, Coventry City next week, you're gonna say it's only Coventry City. Who gives a fuck?
No.
I don't really chat about other teams like
don't
that.
judge us by your standards. Don't do that.
But the thing is,
they may not say it, but they'll think it.
What goes on in my head goes on in my head. But you have to admit, Hassam, you're on my channel here. When do I do that? I set the tone for the channel. When do I come on here?
You personally don't do it. Yeah.
No, there we go. Let's move on.
It's not that deep. It's normal.
Man United fans got caught in the Mo agenda trap, of course. But Mo, we know that. Mo, after Liverpool win, think you couldn't have a laugh.
What does that even mean?
That means Liverpool win a game and you're sort of having a go at Liverpool fans for being happy. That's because he supports Inter Milan and he's miserable.
You're a Debbie Downer, Mo. That's it.
He's miserable. Because I reckon what Mo's doing that. Mo, because he's involved in so much sort of Premier League football content, I bet he's regretting the decision to support a Serie A team. He's like, why didn't I pick a Prem team? Why didn't I pick City? Why didn't I pick City? He's gutted. I bet you are. Especially as you're not in the UK, right? And there's going to be very little evidence available of who you supported as a kid. You literally could have come online and said anyone, and it's like all those. There was a guy actually that was on a proper Premier League show the other day. He's like in his late 30s. He's from some part of America, and he's telling them that he's been a fan of City since he was a kid. And I'm like, there is no 5-year-old 35 years ago that picked City living in Ohio. It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
The only way it happens is if his parents came from Manchester, supported City.
Yeah. But even Daps is a great example. A lot of people call Daps out from Never a Foul and say like he's not really a City fan, especially as he's a Southerner. But if you know his story, it's because his stepfather was from Manchester and he lived there as an example. That's when it makes sense. There is no one my age. So if you meet anyone who is 30 years old or older, okay, especially if they're British, right, or grew up in a country where football is the most prevalent sport, if they say I was a City fan since I was a kid, they're a fucking liar. If they're not from Manchester or have no family connection, they're just lying. It's as simple as that. Hamza.
We know Hamza.
We ain't getting into it, Hamza. Hamza's different, though. Terry, I will tell you, Mo is a closet Arsenal fan. Maybe. Humbly, I would say fuck Man United forever. Hello, Sarim. Long time no see. Terry worries about the new generation must also include the kind of players they rate, like Leao. The hype around some of these players is just so cringe. But I'm going to call something else out as well. I haven't said this before, but I'm going to call this out. A lot of people in the comments are talking about Player of the Year in Serie A. Oh my God, he's a baller. I remember you guys. You're the same guys when Man United signed Rasmus Højlund, said, but whatever he's done in Serie A, you've got to divide it by 3 because it's the crap league. Suddenly, a Player of the Year award holds massive value. So a Player of the Year award in Serie A, if you divide it by 3, what does that mean in the Premier League? Fucking goal of the month. I don't know. It's just crazy. The hypocrisy stinks, and you can't get me on it in terms of hypocrisy. You can say my opinion's wrong, but there we go.